Hello, everyone, and welcome to Leadership Lifestyles. Today, I am here with an amazing person. Her name is KJ Landis. And KJ Landis is an author, an educator, a health and life coach with numerous certificates in psychology, global health, child development, and nutrition at Stanford School of Medicine, Johns Hopkins University, and other prestigious universities. She teaches on a grain-free, sugar-free lifestyle, as well as on deciphering food labels. KJ Landis, awesome to talk to you. Thank you so much for being here with us. So tell us a little more about you.
Thank you for having me here. It's really a pleasure and a joy.
Thank you.
A little bit about me. I'm 55 years old, but I pretend I'm 12. For me, the key to life is pretending I'm a kid, playing grown-up, playing server, playing writer, playing researcher. And when you put on these different hats, if you pretend in your mind that it's all games, you have the opportunity to be playful in your whole life. And I suffered with obesity a few times in my life. And each time I healed from the obesity, I found myself playing more and more again.
That's awesome. So, and you have an amazing story. How did it all start?
How did my journey into wellness begin? I was teaching aerobics when it was still called aerobics during the Jane Fonda days in 1979 in a little studio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I just ballsed my way in there. And I said, I can teach class. And they're like, okay, audition. I said, I'll be back tomorrow. And I was a teenager. And they liked the music and the exercise, and I crammed, and it took off from there. But my most recent journey to fat loss and nutrition research started about 8 years ago. I lost 50 pounds in 60 days using a hormone. And I increased my water intake, and I was eating only white fleshed fish, taking a special hormone, and green vegetables. And after that, I wanted to know in my own mind, how do I keep this off in a healthful way? So I started doing more and more research, and it seems like grains and sugars are not the answer. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't have a treat now and then. I live by the 80-20 rule. Really take care of your body, mind, and spirit 80% of the time. And then you can have your bourbon, your glass of wine, on the weekends or, with dinner, if you feel that's not going to make you promote self-deprecation.
Interesting. So that's way outside of your comfort zone. Do you think that you've been outside your comfort zone a lot in your life?
I was obese, so I was outside my comfort zone. From age 7 to 12, I was molested by family members who were older than me. And that is what caused me to start eating my feelings.
Wow.
And when I healed from that as a teenager, I was able to blossom and bloom and get into the modeling field, which was a big pat on the back from the world saying, yes, you're valuable and you're attractive. And we want more of who you are and what you present. And then after having kids, I gained the weight again. And I've always been exercising through this whole thing. I was 50 pounds overweight when I finished my 16th marathon. And giving myself the confidence to do the research at the library, with universities, taking online courses, that is what empowered me to share with others. At first, people were jealous at my work because I had 3 jobs. And then once they saw that I wasn't gaining the weight back, they said, okay, help us. And that grew from there into coaching others and writing.
Wow, that's awesome. How important are physical activities and adrenaline for a healthy mind and body?
As all my yoga teachers and my doctors say, because I have arthritis in my right knee, they always say, motion is the lotion. I don't care what you do something that makes you move. And if you can go outside, you're enhancing all of your senses. I get my greatest ideas when I'm outside, hiking, when I'm outside with my friend and the water's coming in and I got to climb up that rock, even with my leg brace for my arthritis. Giving myself the opportunity to move creates the adrenaline. When I go beyond my comfort zone and I accept new challenges, like the other day, I wanted to find my friend Danny's gravesite. He passed away on March 18th. Then I went to look for it and I couldn't find it. After 3 hours, I came back. Then I did it again the other day and I spent 5 hours looking for his gravesite.
Wow.
I still couldn't find it because they weren't marked very well. And I'm like, I'm just going to keep going until it gets dark. And then I called my husband. I said, can you pick me up in front of Holy Cross Cemetery? Because I've been walking all day up and down these hills and I still can't find his grave, but I'm going to go back another day with one of his family members. But if I would have stopped myself and not have the adrenaline going, it would have been for me a personal loss. I didn't find his gravestone, but it didn't matter because I didn't give up until it got dark and the graveyard was closed. So it was my opportunity to get that adrenaline going. Once I hit past that 90-minute mark, everything became more of a gift. I could send you pictures of the flowers and the trees and the knots in the wood and the gravestones from 1850. It was like everything became more enhanced through my senses from being outdoors and pushing myself past my personal boundaries, because every time we move those limits, just a micromillimeter forward more, that's a big yes from the universe. That's yes, you can do this. Oh yes, put that limit just another inch forward, another centimeter forward. You have no idea until you try. What's the harm? So after 5 hours, I called my husband. Okay, I'm done. But I definitely stayed high for the rest of the day just from the energy and the hormones flowing. You know, our bodies are systems. And we have our hormone system, our circulatory system, our circulation system, the breathing system, the lymphatic system. Everything works in concert like a beautiful symphony, right?
Yeah.
But you can't have that symphony if parts are missing. So we need to push ourselves through movement.
Absolutely. To do anything in life, we need to push ourselves, or we end up couch potatoes.
Yes, and then we are eating potato chips on the couch with our friends who are couch potatoes.
That's exactly it. Nobody is going to hand you what it is that you're looking for in life or to change. We have to take action. We have to get up in the morning, put our shoes on, and just do it. Say we're going to go for it. Doesn't matter what it looks like at the end, as you just so eloquently described it. It matters that you got up and you did it. And whatever it looks like, you can adjust. You know, leadership, constantly adjusting until you meet your desired outcome. You adjusted. You went to the gravesite again and again, and eventually adjusted into a plan where you found it. So that's awesome. Do you think people are more likely to assimilate information when they are in a state of mental relaxation and when they feel open and happy, as opposed to aggressive or afraid or whatnot?
I think that folks are able to absorb more information, new information, and be open to change, keeping an open mind to accept new information when they're happy, relaxed, and also when they're challenged, but at the same time to release things that do not serve them. I use something called a negative thought pot. Whenever I come to the house and something doesn't feel right, or I forgot to get that grocery, or did my unemployment check come in the mail, things like that, rather than having us think negatively about those thoughts, I grab the negative thought pot, I write things down on a small strip of paper, I scroll it up, and I burn it. And it's just a planter from the dollar store. And when I physically see myself burning up those thoughts, whatever they may be, my whole family has diabetes, I'm going to die fat because everybody in my family is fat, all those sorts of things that are out of our control, what we can do is take control of and burn those thoughts up. And the next time that thought comes into your head, you remember the moment of burning those thoughts that do not serve you. And you're like, oh, no, you don't own me anymore. You can't control me. I destroyed you, remember? And I have that conversation in my head. And I even help others when we do these at wellness workshops. I could be talking about the history and science of garlic, and we will still do the negative thought pot at the beginning of every workshop, because we need to be happy, relaxed, and open to receiving information. That
is an awesome release process. I love it. You know, it's people don't realize it's so important to release things, as you can't, the more you hold on to, the less space you have for the good stuff, and the less space you have for things that are necessary to come in order to learn and move forward in life and into whatever it is that you're looking to do. So releases are definitely important. You found a really creative one. I like it.
Thank you.
So would you recommend organizations, teams, or schools or individuals come to something like an adventure park for learning and to play and have fun and move forward in life?
I think being outside in nature with others enhances our growth potential because there's a sense of trust. You have to trust somebody else that if you're meeting that physical challenge, the outdoor adventure, the zip line, the climbing, the fun is exponentially shared, even if you're meeting a challenge, even if you're doing something you've never done before. You have the opportunity to grow with others and their witness. It's almost like being in church when you're outside doing an adventure camp or inner tubing. I love inner tubing, even if it's soft and mellow or it's swift and rushing with water. You have the chance to share that experience and have someone witness what you're doing. And then that growth is shared together. And then when you start to do the self-pity and the Debbie Downers, the people in your company or in your family or in your group or in your childhood group or in your mother group or your father group or your bro group, you're like, no. You kicked ass on that day, remember, and I was there to witness it. And we can be more creative when we're challenging ourselves with friends, with others, especially in a corporate setting at nighttime, except for during the coronavirus times. I am a server at the Hilton Hotel in downtown San Francisco and the first organic restaurant in that chain in the country.
Wow.
And when we do things together, we grow. And I would love to see them do something in an outdoor adventure world where we challenge ourselves, we challenge each other, and we're more creative. We come up with fabulous party ideas and specials when we go out and hang out together outside of work, especially in a movement-oriented space.
Yeah, after coming to an adventure park, they'd be competing for how many dishes they can carry on their arms.
I guess you're right about that.
Yeah. So imagine you were here at an adventure park with a group about to go down a huge zip line. Would you be the type of person that would help the people that were scared or would you be the one that jumped off the zip line and went upside down to show them what it takes?
Well, I like rules and regulations, so I'm like a safety first kind of girl. So I'd be like, make sure you strap me in before I go upside down to show them what it's like. So leading by example is a powerful tool in any world, whether it's the family world, the corporate world, the relationship world, right? The feeling that I have is that we need to lead by example. And if I'm not willing to take a chance and a risk, why should they?
Absolutely. But I have a feeling you would be jumping off that zip cable by talking
As long
to
as you hook me in, I'm good.
There you go. Well, definitely logical common sense involved with everything. And that's part of the system that would be created with your team. That's actually part of the team building process. You know, they have to work together to make sure safety's involved, just like any business or any friendship. I mean, when you're crossing the road, making sure your friend sees that there's a car coming, it all flows into life in many avenues. Absolutely. So, KJ, thank you so much. How can our viewers stay in touch with you if they want some more? And I heard you're going to be giving away some awesome gift.
Yeah, so I help folks with life change, career change, bereavement, movement oriented change. They want to be more fit, more healthy. And I have opportunity to, at this point, if anybody signs up to the comment section and leaves their email and mention this interview that we've had and they want a 1 hour free consultation, I will give them an in-depth 1 hour consultation that will hopefully start the process of them creating change in their own life to become better human beings and then share that with their families and friends. And my website is superiorselfwithkjlandis.com, or they can email me directly at kjlinsf@hotmail.com. And just mention this interview here, and I'll be happy to help everybody.
Well, that's so generous of you. Full hour. That's amazing. And I know we all thank you for that. And we will have that up on the screen for you, and shortly you'll have all of that information popped up on the screen. KJ, before we go, KJ Landis, excuse me, before we go, what would be the last thing you'd like to leave the viewers with?
My motto in life, and I created this when I was 24 years old. I even wrote a short novel about this whole creation I made, imagination in my head. And my life's motto came out of that story I wrote. It's called Risk Little, Win Little.
Love it. Love it. We talk a lot about fear in our lives, and allowing fear to take control of many things we do. It sounds like you're well on your way in mastering the conquering of fear in your life and just going for it. I really appreciate all of the time that you put into this, and I'm sure the viewers are going to definitely contact you for more information. Thank you again, KJ Landis. I really appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.